As a marketer, one of the most common mistakes I see most clients making is that they only have logos. They don't actually have branding or a brand kit. And listen, bigger companies always have this, and small companies just tend to be like, what? Like, what's a brand kit? So, put simply, a brand kit is not just your logo, but your colors, the look and feel of your brand, like descriptive words around it, kind of the character of the brand, because the brand's kind of like a person in the sense of, as creepy as that is, it's kind of like a person in the sense it has characteristics. And in order for marketers or vendors to properly utilize your branding, and for them to ensure that they do it correctly and for you to ensure they do it correctly, you need to have a brand kit that defines this, because that's one of the things that professional marketers or vendors that are working with marketing things are going to ask you is like, do you have a brand kit? You probably heard this before. And most of you probably don't. So here's how you create a brand kit from just your logo, because I bet you have a logo. If you don't, okay, that's another issue. But if you have a logo, you can actually drop it into Claude, ChatGPT. I actually recommend Gemini for this one, but I've used all of them. I've gotten the best results so far from Gemini because of the latest image rendering tools that it has in it. But here's an example of what it did for one of my brands by literally just dropping the logo onto it. So this is for my AI rank system business. And again, and this is actually a cleaned up, better version of the logo. It actually cleaned it up for me, which is part of what I asked it to do. But you could just, say use it as is. So it did all of this. I mean, literally, guys, again, all I did was drop this. I'll give you the prompt in here in a comment, the first comment. I'll give you the prompt that I use. But you can see what it did is it did AI powered insights, algorithmic advantage, measurable growth, sustainable authority. These are kind of like concepts associated. Here's the visual style, visibility overview, like examples of the use of it, right? So for people creating ads or whatever it might be, anything related to your brand, right? So it's showing examples of how this is used over and over and over again, all in a one pager. It also talks about typefaces, right? Which typefaces to use, what colors to use, with the exact color codes. That's really important to get to ensure accuracy. Okay, so do's and don'ts. It did this, guys. It did this all automatically. So there's no excuse now, because I think even myself, I was like, I didn't have brand kits for some of my own brands because, quite frankly, I was like, I couldn't be bothered to do it. Now with AI, there's no reason not to do it, and it literally takes about 2 minutes. So again, I will put the prompt here in the text, first comment. Let me know if you have any questions, and it's pretty easy to do.